everybody, it's Monday the 20th of July today. Welcome to visit Fylde Coast. Bit of a strange view to start on. I just need to show you this, and then we're going to go and get out of the wind, and I'm hoping that this is not deafening. Can you see? Oh, where's it gone? There's a little green dot right in the centre of the screen. That's relevant, remember that. So we're on the seafront at Anchorsholme and we're going to the opening of Anchorsholme Park. So I'm just trying to gather everything together out of the wind because it's still breezy for July, and we're going to go over there and we're going to go and see the beautiful new park. So that over there is the new pumping station. These are the outlet vents. That building there, I believe, is the bowling club. This is the new cafe. Obviously the new playground, new sports courts. Absolutely amazing. New development. So we're going to go and take a look around. We're going to watch the opening and we're going to see what we can see. And I've also as well brought my crib card. Ta-da! Aren't we organised? I've got a really good memory for the gist of a story, but when it comes to remembering numbers and facts and figures, I get a little bit hazy sometimes, as you might have guessed. So today I've come ready with all the kit that I need, so that's what we're going to do. So I'll pick this back up again. I've just managed to get into the site, so we've just been looking at this building here, which is the bowling club, as I said, and where the roof kind of drops down into a point in the centre, the bit that's facing towards us where the council van is, that's the maintenance building for council staff. So this here, this big paved area, this is the actual top. Oh, I'm just wobbling my picture, just a second. This is the actual top of this hole. Are you ready? So that is under ground right there. So this hole, crib sheet for the facts, this hole is 30 metres deep by 30 metres diameter, which in old money is 90 foot in both directions. So that's some hole, and it holds the equivalent of 5 Olympic swimming pools of water. Get out of my picture, Mr. Blackpool Council man. I don't know. So the purpose of it is to hold all the sewage and the stormwater and the rainwater when we've got periods of heavy rainfall, because the Fylde Coast is so flat, and because we've got a lot of combined drains, you end up with a huge volume of water when the weather's really poor and it's got nowhere to go. So it's held underground in that tank, and then there's a great big gigantic sewer pipe that goes that way along the seafront down to the sewage treatment works, put my teeth in, at Fleetwood. So it's held here and then it's transported to Fleetwood to be processed when the storm conditions pass. So these seats at the side here are amphitheatre facilities, so that this paved area, this paved lid, can be used as a performance area. And what an amazing space it is too. I mean, obviously it's got to have access, and you can see the lids, which will be the inspection chambers to get underneath. So you can't grow grass over the top of it. It's got to be accessible. So they're using it as a space. So there's going to be events and all kinds of different activities and things going off. So that'll be lovely on a lovely day. I'm just sorry that the weather's not better. These are the friends of Anchorsholme Park. We'll come back and have a look at them in a minute. But I'm just sorry that the weather's not better, because the forecast for today was lovely. And then of course you get out onto the seafront and it's grey and windy. Told you this would happen when lockdown finished. There's still some patches that are cordoned off, like this one here, because the grass is still a little bit patchy because it's a harsh seaside climate. And look at that for a playground, that's cracking. Wow. I think we need to come back and have a proper look at that when it's not full of kids. But wow, what a playground. That's fantastic. I know it's a multi-sensory playground that's supposed to be ideal for all kinds of kids. And this arch thing's playing music. Wow, that's good. You can see Paul Galley up there, he's the mastermind of the organisation. We'll come back and we'll have a look in the cafe in a minute. Just trying to hold on to all my bits and bobs. Oh, I love that boat. That's amazing. I mean, you can see why all the kids like that, can't you? That's cracking. So here's Councillor Galley in the grey jacket. I'm in hot pursuit. And this is a multi-use games court, I think, that you can use for all kinds of different sports and activities. And there's climbing frames, there's everything you could possibly want. Welcome to Anchorsholme Park. That's lovely. Wowza.
We sat in an answer.
He's telling somebody a tale. We'll just get him to say hello and then we'll carry on walking. Good morning, Councillor Galley. Would you like to just say hello?
Hi Jane, how are you? Viewers,
I'm all right, thank you.
YouTubers and everybody out there.
I'll leave you to your conversation and we'll come back.
Yeah, good.
So we've got this is the trim trail that used to be on the park before. Because now we're just about round at the back of Queen's Promenade. Look at them for tennis courts. Wow, let's get right up to the grid and look through the slats. What a lovely space, that's amazing. Wouldn't mind to go on that actually. Need to do that one day when there's no kids about. Then I'll not show myself up. So this is Queen's Promenade where the tramway is. So we've walked in a loop back to the main road. So what we'll do, we'll go left because Anchorsholme Park occupies the space between the tramway between Blackpool and Fleetwood and the seafront at Anchorsholme. So if you're familiar with this area, you'll know that the sea defences have also been replaced. So can you see just there? That's the tramway building. I'll just zoom in. That's the tram stop building at Little Bispam, and that blue thing at the side of it, that's the compound that the contractors have been using while they've been doing the works. So at the back of this first fence here, where the posts are, is the tramway. Right, so we're going to go, Cleveley's is in this direction. So we're going to go for a walk down this path and show you the other access to the park. So going back to my little crib sheet. Ooh, that's just gone on a wobble. Just a second, let me get myself organised. Right, we're ready. So in the park there is a new cafe which we just passed, bowling club, playground, seating, sports areas, and obviously that lovely amphitheatre that we looked at. And it started, would you believe, in 2015. It's been an absolutely enormous project. It's been easily £200 million worth of work. It might even be more than that. I think I need to ask the guy that's in charge really. He'll know the answer. Oh, what a lovely little dog. Oh, it's a little cutie. So they've built the underground tank that I told you about. They've built a new outfall pipe, which is where the green buoy comes in. I'll tell you about that in a minute. And a new pumping station. So the underground, oh look at that, I know what that is. That's a little boggy wetland. I know they were doing water areas to attract wildlife, and if they get frogs, I'm going to have such serious frog envy. I'm not going to be able to tell you. So this is a drainage culvert that they've put around the edge, because as I was saying, it's really flat, so you get a lot of standing water on these grass fields. They're brilliant at absorbing water, but in boggy, wet times like we've just had this last couple of weeks, you do get standing water, so that it's collected and drained around the edge. So the sewage and the rainwater that's collected in the big underground tank is stored there until a period of heavy rainfall has passed. I mean, even in this last fortnight, there would have been more rain than the system could cope with. So it's stored and it's passed down to Fleetwood to the treatment works, and then it's processed and it's put through sewage treatment, and then it's back into the system as water does. But if it's absolutely biblically torrential, there's no choice but to discharge some of the sewage and the rainwater out to sea. And that's when you see wipes and sewage litter on the beach. So it's screened, first of all, in that pumping station building. Yeah, that one. You just see the roof. And then it goes out to sea in a brand new outfall pipe, which is 4.5 kilometres long. And that's the equivalent of 2.8 miles. The pipe itself weighs 20,000 tonnes. And it was delivered in August 2017, floated to Cleveland from Northern Ireland. Now you might remember it being delivered, it was quite a sight. And us nosy folk that live on the Fylde Coast that love anything like that, we were all primed and ready with our cameras, all ready to take pictures, and they always try and sneak these things in so that they've not got an audience. But on Visit Fylde Coast there is some really good footage of the pipe being towed here, so you might want to take a look at that. I would like to go and have a nosy down there, but as you can see, the guy's working, so... Oh, I found the pond! Wow! Anyway, the pipe is 25 times as long as the Blackpool Tower. We're on to page 2 now. I'm on to the back of the notes. So, it had been weighted with concrete collars. The flowers are lovely. Look at these wildflowers. I've got the attention span of a gnat, haven't I? That's clover. And it can put the pumping station can pump 14 tonnes of water per second through it. So this new pipe that's nearly 3 miles long pushes any sewage it needs to push right out into the extremities of the sea, so that it's not flushing back onto the beach. And yes, it's not ideal that it's going out to sea, but the alternative is it coming up in people's homes and toilets and coming up underneath your floorboards, which is not really ideal, is it? So at least it's a vast improvement on the situation that we've had in the past. Now I've just stopped because we've come to the pond. So this little pond drains the water from all of the drainage ditches that they've put around the edge of the site. So you can see there's an overflow, and that's coming from here. That's coming from here. So when this ditch fills up, the water passes through these drainage channels. There's one there as well, so if there's water coming off this field, it comes that way. There's another matching one here, which goes underneath this little bridge into the pond. Now I saw something on the other day that they'd even got ducks. I've just got pond envy. I'd love a pond like that. Beautiful. I love all these wildflowers around the edge, aren't they lovely? Huh. Amazing. It's just a shame that the sun didn't manage to appear. So the new pumping station replaces the facility under the curved headland, because if you think about Anchorsholme seafront, there's a big curved headland, and the old pumping station that's, I think it's been decommissioned, is underneath there. So this is the other entrance into Anchorsholme Park, where the crossroads is. So you've got the tramway coming down here. That's the road where you go inland as if you're going to the Vic eventually. This road here is the main road and tramway as you're going into Cleveland's town centre. So this is the other access to the park. Well, I can't say any other than it's lovely. It's absolutely beautiful, in fact. It's a really lovely facility for everybody to use and enjoy, and it's going to last donkey's years. So well done to everybody that's been involved. And now we'll go and find Paul, and I think we'll have a way with Steve as well, and Steve Wong from United Utilities, because he's been the project manager on this one, and we'll get some thoughts from him, just for posterity, to add to the complete picture. I think I got here a bit late to the party. I've just found the opening. I won't be able to hear what he's saying, but generally he's opening the park.
You've done a great job. Derek here. Listen, Derek's a special person. He's responsible for our school catering service. And I just have to tell you this. When we went into lockdown, he set up a hub at Blackpool Sports Centre for free school meals and also for adults and family meals.
Got the police in, so there'll be good crowd control. It's amazing, this facility, I've got to say. It really is.
Thanks a lot for coming today. If anybody else wants to say anything else, chirp away, come on, it's a fantastic day this. So pleased. Okay. All I have to say, Angela, is to thank you as well, because one of the things about this project is when you look around until now, generally it was the same people right at the very start, 5 or 6 years ago, when we started to discuss how this project will work. And in engineering and architecture, all projects work best when you marry form with function. And you've just described that perfectly in terms of
This is Paul, the brains at the back of it.
but also the function of the park itself and how great it works. And all of those things come together because everybody has worked together. I think we're in a stronger place for it. But this is just the start of the journey. This is the exciting bit. I think.
So this is the new cafe inside. I've got a sneaky look inside. I love this colour scheme. This paper is really nice. I wonder if it's paper. Very nice. Lovely cafes, settees. I think I might be coming in here to do my meetings with people. Lovely view. It's a lot warmer than it is outside as well. Well, that's amazing. At the minute, they're just serving takeaways through the window because obviously there's still social distancing. But the plan is to get it open as soon as circumstances allow.
And it's going to be an absolute fantastic legacy to leave for the local people and hopefully promote some budding athletes for the future.
So have you got any high points then? What's your favourite feature?
My favourite feature I think is the cafe, because it's a central point that's going to bring people into this park, I think, and you know, the area on top of the storm tank, which we've put some seating area in. The intention is in Easter, when we have our celebratory event,
Yeah.
is that there's going to be live music on there. We've left that in the future. We've put PowerPoints in for people to plug in their mics and things.
What a good
that's
idea.
the idea, is to have that seating already there. The facilities are there. You've just got to bring your equipment, plug it in, and you've got an instant stage then for people to come along to. And with the cafe, with the opening, the windows, you can sit there and watch everything going on. The parents can sit in and have a nice coffee and watch the kids play in the play area. These are all the things that we thought about when we were designing this.
Yeah, brilliant. So that's Steve Wong. He's Area Stakeholder Manager for United Utilities and the guy that's been responsible for delivering this amazing project. And this is the cafe that he was just talking about as we were talking then. And I discovered that this arch that's on all the photographs, it actually plays music. I'm not quite sure exactly what it does. I'm sure that will become clear with the passage of time. Well, that was another lovely morning and another lovely memory for the memory bank. Don't forget to subscribe to Visit Fylde Coast. Like this video, and if you've got any comments, just bob them in the box below, and we'll see you next time for the next memory for our vaults.